The rain had been falling since noon, turning the streets into shining ribbons of silver. Most people rushed past with umbrellas, heads bowed, eager to get home before the storm worsened. But Maria wasn't most people. As a single mother working 2 jobs, she had learned to move through life with purpose, heart, and a kind of gentle courage that came from years of carrying more than her share of responsibilities. That evening, after finishing her shift at the cafe, she hurried toward the bus stop, her worn-out shoes soaking through with every step. Her daughter, Lily, was home alone, waiting for her mother to return with warm dinner and a smile that somehow made everything feel okay. Maria clutched her small umbrella close, battling the wind. But then, halfway down the street, she noticed a figure struggling. An elderly man, drenched from head to toe, was leaning heavily on his cane. His coat was soaked, and the tremble in his hands was unmistakable. People walked past him, sparing him only brief glances before continuing on. The world was always in a hurry, kindness easily forgotten. Maria paused. Rain pelted her shoulders as she turned toward him. "Sir, are you all right?" she asked gently. The old man looked up, eyes cloudy with age but still warm. I'm trying to get home," he whispered. "But my son was supposed to pick me up. Something must have delayed him. I can barely walk in this rain." Without another thought, Maria stepped closer and tilted her umbrella toward him. "Come on," she said softly. "Get in. Let me take you home." The old man blinked in surprise. "My dear, you'll get soaked." "It's okay," she replied with a warm smile. "I can't leave you out here like this." She slipped her hand under his arm, steadying him as they slowly made their way down the street. Each step was difficult, but Maria didn't rush him. The rain hit her back relentlessly, dripping into her clothes, chilling her skin. But she kept going, focusing on the fragile weight of the man beside her. "My name is Walter," he said after a minute. "I used to walk these streets every day. They felt shorter then." "I'm Maria," she replied. "And this is a long walk for anyone in this storm." He chuckled lightly. "You're very kind. Not many young people stop anymore." Maria only smiled. She didn't help for praise, she helped because it was right. After several minutes, they reached a quiet neighborhood lined with old oak trees and large, well-kept houses. Walter pointed to a white 2-story home. "That's mine," he said softly. Maria guided him up the steps, holding his arm until he was safely on the porch. "You're sure you'll be okay now?" she asked. Yes, thank you, my dear," he said, patting her hand with trembling fingers. "You didn't have to do this, but you did." She nodded, stepping back into the rain. "Take care, Walter. Get warm." As she walked away, completely soaked and freezing, she never imagined this moment would change her life. To her, it was simply a good deed, the kind that disappeared into the wind as soon as it was done. But the next day, everything changed. Maria was getting Lily ready for school when she heard a knock on the door. It was early, and she wasn't expecting anyone. Confused, she opened the door. Standing in front of her was a tall man in an expensive suit, his hair neatly combed, his shoes polished despite the damp morning. "Good morning," he said. "Are you Maria?" Her heart tightened. "Yes, can I help you?" He exhaled, looking both grateful and apologetic. "My name is Daniel. I'm Walter's son." Maria froze, unsure what to say. "My father told me about you," Daniel continued. "He said a young woman helped him home last night in the rain. He said he wouldn't have made it without you." Maria shook her head. "Oh, I just did what anyone should have done." Daniel's expression softened. "But not everyone does. I was stuck in traffic because of a major accident. By the time I reached home, he was safe and warm, thanks to you." She nodded awkwardly, suddenly shy. "I'm glad he got home safely." Daniel paused, studying her humble home, noticing the worn furniture inside, the small kitchen behind her, the school bag sitting on a chair. "May I come in for a moment?" he asked gently. Maria hesitated. Strangers made her nervous, especially those who seemed so far removed from her world. But he carried no hostility, only gratitude. She stepped aside. Daniel took a seat while Lily peeked from behind the hallway, curious. "Your daughter?" he asked with a smile. "Yes," Maria said proudly. "Lily." Daniel took a small breath, collecting his thoughts. "Maria, my father isn't just an old man. He's the founder of one of the biggest engineering companies in the state. He built everything from scratch, and our family owes everything to him. Yesterday, he could have fallen. He could have gotten sick. Anything could have happened, but he told me you were his angel in the rain." Maria's cheeks warmed. "I'm no angel, just a person," Daniel continued softly, My father insisted I find you today. Said he wouldn't sleep at peace until he properly thanked you. Then he placed a small folder on the table. This is for you. Maria frowned, slowly opening it. Her breath caught in her chest. Inside was a letter of appreciation, handwritten by Walter, along with a check. A check that showed an amount she had never seen in her life. Enough to pay off her debts, fix her home, and save for Lily's future. No, no, she said instantly, pushing it back. I can't take this. I didn't help him for money. Daniel raised a hand gently. Please listen. This isn't payment. This is gratitude. My father has lived a long life, and he has met all kinds of people, but he said he hasn't met someone with a heart like yours in years. Tears stung Maria's eyes. She had worked so hard for so long, often feeling invisible in a world that never seemed to care. And now, because she chose kindness, the world had suddenly turned toward her. Your kindness, Daniel said softly, came back to you. Maria swallowed hard. I just wanted to help. And you did, he said. In more ways than you know. He stood up, offering a warm smile. If you ever need anything, Maria, anything, our family is here. Then he handed Lily a small teddy bear and thanked Maria one last time before leaving. When the door closed, Maria collapsed onto a chair, tears streaming down her face. Lily rushed over, hugging her tightly. Mommy, why are you crying? Maria kissed her daughter's forehead. Because sometimes, sweetheart, when you do good, life brings good back to you. That evening, she visited Walter again, bringing him a homemade apple pie as thanks, not for the money, but for reminding her that kindness still meant something in this world. Walter greeted her with the biggest smile. I knew you'd come, he said. They talked for an hour, like old friends. Maria laughed more that day than she had in a long time. And as she walked home afterward, she felt something new blooming inside her, hope. Because kindness doesn't always return immediately. Sometimes it circles the world before finding its way back to you. But it always returns. Always. And Maria's life was never the same again. She paid off her debts, fixed her home, and began saving for Lily's education. She even applied for a better job, full of confidence she hadn't felt in years. All because one rainy evening, she chose compassion over convenience. All because she stopped. All because she cared. Some stories remind us what it truly means to be human. This was one of them, a reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can ripple into something life-changing. And somewhere in a warm, cozy house, a grateful old man told everyone who would listen about the young woman who helped him walk home in the rain, and how angels sometimes appear in the most unexpected forms.